This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into another Strixhaven draft, I want to remind everyone that Card Kingdom sponsors my content. You can visit their store by clicking on the link in the description below on YouTube or the logo below on Twitch. You can buy Strixhaven singles and sealed, and you can pre-order Modern Horizons 2 sealed and singles too. Yeah, that game where I played Demonic Tutor enough is probably enough for me to not be too upset. It wasn't really a 5-color deck, no. It was a 3-color deck, but Arena, I guess it's counting your sideboard right now, so it looks like every deck's 5-colored, more or less. Okay. Well, I think we'd probably take the Expressionist. It's very powerful, you know, at base level, it's a 4-mana 4/4, which is already pretty good. And then the Magecraft ability could cause some serious problems for your opponent. That said, if you're not in blue-red, it's basically impossible to play. So, you know, that's going to happen sometimes. But other than it, I mean, Professor of Zoomancy is the only other card in this pack that I would feel really happy about first picking. Maybe Elemental Summoning too, but I think the Expressionist is just the pick here. There are definitely some times where you would take something over the Expressionist, but this isn't one of them. That pack didn't have a lot going on. Thank you for the sub, Echo Zero. Okay, well, what do we got here? Yeah, it's another kind of underwhelming pack overall. So Spectacle Mage, if we end up in a blue-red deck, is pretty nice. It's not quite like, you know, the Torrent Mage or whatever is like the really sweet payoff, but if we did end up in that deck, Spectacle Mage is quite nice. Flame Scroll Celebrant is mostly just the front side, but the front side's not a bad card. So, you know, I would not first pick Containment Breach based on a knee-jerk reaction because this format has like 10 targets for it. So yes, Poet's Quill, stuff like that is bad. And our opponent in our last game kind of beat us because of it. So, but it was kind of a fluke, a little fluky. So the question is whether I want the Mage. We probably take the Mage over the Celebrant. As nice as the Celebrant is, this is a little more synergistic. And if Blue-Red's open, this is going to be a pretty great start. It may not be open, mind you, but it could be. So this is another kind of unimpressive pack. I like Pillar Drop Rescuer, okay. We may just take Elemental Summoning here. It's a good lesson. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing much here. I mean, you know, Allen Shield Mage is fine if you're the black-white deck, and we could end up there, but I think we'll just take the Summoning. We'll be able to cast it in most decks if we learn, so. Exponential Growth is silly, but not really where I think we want to be. I think we probably want Explosive Welcome. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance it wheels, which is definitely worth keeping in mind, but, you know, if we end up in a good version of this blue-red deck, Explosive Welcome is really good. So, Expressive Iteration's quite good, too. I'm kind of hoping they wheel. Maybe, yeah, maybe the Welcome is way more likely to wheel than the Iteration. That's probably true. Because the Welcome really only works if you end up in a deck that has a bunch of ways of reducing costs and stuff like that. Alright, so I'd probably take a Pass Caller. It's pretty easy. It is still in play mode, you're right. I screwed that up. It's pretty easy to splash. So I think it's probably what we take. It's pretty powerful overall. Let's see. Switch back to the knot. There we go. This is much better for actually seeing cards. I like this card a lot. Like, you know, it's just a really nice top curve to have. It gets you back one of the best cards in your deck in most cases, and threatens reasonably well in the air. Okay, so Serpentine Curve's not bad if you end up with enough stuff going on, and we might, but I'm a little more interested in Academic Dispute. It ends up just being a straight-up removal spell often enough, and then it learns, which is just really nice. So I think we take it over, you know, these two fine cards. Putrefy is pretty good, but it doesn't really feel like we'll be able to play it. And Dispute has been, like all the learn cards, it's been a big overperformer. Okay, so Mentor's Guidance is pretty sweet, especially with Magecraft. We have one card with Magecraft, and we have, you know, we're going to end up with a lot of creatures that can utilize that. At the same time, this pack does have a Welcome. We know there's another one going around. So maybe, I mean, maybe we just take Mentor's Guidance. We could also take Spirit Summoning. We could also take Quandra Campus for that matter. You know, having green makes it a lot easier for you to go, like, crazy with the ramping. I think we go with the Guidance in the end here. Aha! Okay, well, here's where we start to get in business with the big spells. Maelstrom Muse is great. Prismari Pledge Mage we'd like a lot, but Maelstrom Muse is the kind of card that really makes this deck tick. Reducing the cost of stuff is just really good. So Curate could help us dig for some stuff. Sudden Breakthrough does ramp, but it, you know, it's kind of an awkward card overall. I think we take the Assistant here. Okay, so Practical Research came back. It's not amazing, but it's probably what we take. You know, it kind of looks like we're not going to get that Welcome. So I don't like Reject a whole lot. The fact they can pay mana to get away from it is pretty good, pretty bad. I think we maybe just take a Lesson in case we pick up, you know, a way to play other lessons of other colors. Okay, so Cram Session is interesting. You know, it's been pretty good overall, but I guess we'll take an Infuriate. Okay, so here's a decent lesson. I think I like it a little more than Waterfall Aerialist, so we'll take it. We'll take the gold card, why not? So, we've got one Spectacle Mage and one Maelstrom Muse after our first pack, which is a good place to start for this deck. Well, we might even play this. But we do really need more ways to reduce spells and things to ramp into, basically. Yeah. So this is a strong pack. Frost Trickster's pretty good. Heated Debate's really good. And Elemental Masterpiece is kind of the thing this deck really likes. You know, being able to make treasure tokens and being able to be a huge spell is awesome. I think it's Heated Debate, though. I think it's really good, and we're already a spell deck, so I think we probably want Heated Debate. But, you know, I'm hoping, you know, something wheels. Test of Talents is pretty good, too. Wouldn't hate Archway Commons. Okay. All right, so it's too bad, you know, you can only play this basically in blue-green. It's very hard to cast in any other deck because it's pretty sweet. I like Pop Quiz, but Birion Books has been a huge overperformer. I think we take it over Fractal Summoning. Like, it's the kind of thing that really makes it so you can get to the late game with these silly little decks. So I think we take Birion Books. We don't have a lot of early games, so we're going to need some help. Wow. Look at the stacked packs we've seen. So Plarg is good, and I think you would almost always take him, but Igneous Inspiration is probably just better. I mean, it's an excellent removal spell, and it learns. It might be the best uncommon in the set. I wouldn't mind Pop Quiz, wouldn't mind Intro to Annihilation, and Plarg, again, pretty good, but I think Igneous Inspiration's better. I don't think you're too high on lessons. Like, they've definitely been close to what I wanted to pick every time you suggested one, but yeah, take Igneous Inspiration. Archway Commons is interesting. Pop Quiz is interesting. Do we just want Fractal Summoning here? Pigment Storm also sort of on the radar. Teach by Example is pretty sweet. When you can just, you know, just doubling Heated Debate or Igneous Inspiration is crazy. So, yeah. What lessons do we have already? We don't have much. I mean, but we do have 3, I guess. Yeah, it's Pop Quiz or Fractal Summoning here, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to go... Yeah, let's go with Pop Quiz. It's, you know, it's basically a better divination most of the time. Ooh, Spectacle Mage number 2. Now we're getting into business here. We need that for things to go really well for us. All right, so we could take a commons here. I mean, we are thinking about splashing this, but we just might not. I think I'd rather have an elemental summoning, so that's what I'm going to take here. Okay, so we've got a lot going on here. I think we take the Masterpiece. We have 2 Spectacle Mages and Maelstrom Muse, all of which are really good at setting up the Masterpiece. I know there was fixing there, but I think you got to take, you know, when you get your big old spell, you take it. All right, here we're going to take fixing, because we may end up wanting to splash green. Like, say we see the big worm or something like that. We'll want that fixing. Yeah, so we've got 2 elemental summonings, a Containment Breach, and a Transformation. We can't play Containment Breach right now, but if we play like one... Actually, we can. Yeah, and we'll probably run one Quandrix Campus just for the Scry, plus the ability to play our Breach if we need to. So, we'll probably do it. We'll see. Right now, I'm liking how this deck's panning out. We do need some more early interaction, as you can see. We're really going to need to find ways to... like, you know, we need cheap kill spells, and like more Barian books would be great. We want another Elemental Masterpiece, I think. Yeah, we're gonna need to pick up some cheap cards to be really good. I doubt we end up playing this, the Battle Seer. Okay, so we have a cheap card here, but it's not one that's actually especially useful. I'm already not going to play my first Battle Seer. I mean, I guess I'll take the Breakthrough. Oh, Access Tunnel is going to be hard to play in this deck anyway, so... Sure, we'll take a Relic Sloth. Aha! So we do have, again, fixing here, but I think Teach by Example is looking pretty good in our deck right now, so I think we take it. Access Tunnel is a nice little land to have around, but I think it's just not that good in our deck, the way it's currently constructed. I guess I'll take a Spell Satchel. It is ramp, but okay. We got a free commons anyway, so that's cool. After passing a bunch of them. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's kind of free fixing, so to get it that late. Okay, so obviously Silverquill Command's pretty good, but yeah, we're not going to be playing that. So... not so good for us. Zamone is really good, but not really on a splash. Overall, this pack's pretty disappointing. We do need 2-drops, and maybe we have to play Soothsayer Adept. We're in pack 3 here, and we don't have any creatures before turn 3. So I kind of think we're in a mode where we want this now. Needlethorn Drake would be great, but we're not a base green deck. If we were, it would be doable. But we're just not. I think we need some early drops to get to the late game. And I think our Adept will help with that. It's a really sad thing to take there, but I think it's what we need to do, unfortunately. You know, there are... You have to be doing things early in this format. It's true that it's kind of slow, but you can't really just sort of, you know, be like, I'm not playing anything till turn 3 and hope it works out. It just won't, so... Callous Blood Mage is nice, but I don't really think it's what we want. You know, we could try to splash it, but it's not really that nice. So Carrick Wrangler's not a terrible thing to splash. We could also just grab a 3rd Elemental Masterpiece, but we also have another 2 here. And I kind of feel like we have good late-game stuff going on already. Maybe we could use a little more, but if we don't have some 2-drops, we're going to get run over. And we've already got 2 Masterpieces. Expanded Anatomy is a good lesson, but not so good that I want to take it here. It would be maybe in a world where I had some more 2-drops, but... Okay, so this is interesting. We've got a Bookworm here. Bookworm is quite good, but most of our ramp is spell-related, so it's not really going to do what we need it to in this deck. We can't really splash it and hope it works out, because it's not that easy to play quickly. You know, we can make Treasure, but I think we'd rather just take the Outburst. Yeah, I think we just take the Outburst in the end here. The Biblioplex is pretty cool, but I'm not sure it's that cool. Maybe it is, though. I mean, we do have a lot of spells. What we would take instead, like we could consider another Quandrix Campus. We could also just take another Pop Quiz. I don't think we need more big spells. I think we're pretty much set on them. 3 is about right. So it's like Pop Quiz, Quandrix Campus, or Biblioplex. Yeah, I think the Biblioplex seems pretty good for our deck. I think it'll draw us cards often enough. So Prismari Campus is pretty good. How are we doing on lessons, by the way? We're doing all right. We could definitely use some more, but Prismari Campus is some nice fixing here, and it's probably just what we take. There is a Soothsayer Adept, but I don't feel completely in need of that. Maybe I should, though. Yeah, I think we'll take the Campus here. Okay, so another iteration's not bad. I also like Enthusiastic Study, but we probably just have to take a 2-drop here over iteration. Ooh, Spectacle Mage number 3. That's really good. That is good news. Let's get them all in play at the same time. So we're already running one land that produces colorless. We can't really afford to run another one. So, and this one's going to be better. Yeah, I guess we'll take Biblioplex Assistant. Whirlwind Denial's not bad, but I do already have a Biblioplex Assistant. All right, we'll grab Start from Scratch here. It's a lesson we can play, so we're happy to pick it up late. So, yeah, Pillar Drop Warden's not a bad thing to get late. Negate's a very real card in this format, though. But Pillar Drop Warden getting back like a huge spell is kind of hilarious, and we don't have one yet, so here's another Masterpiece if we want it. So in the end, I don't think we're going to end up playing Archway Commons. I think we'll play the Quandrix and Prismari Campuses, and yeah. Both of these cards are like basically the same card. Not really, but in their highly situational nature. More Barian Books would have been nice. And in general, I guess more removal would have been, but we have some removal, and yeah. We're all right. I think this deck looks pretty sweet. Oh yeah, we're not splashing the Pass Caller is the answer to that question. We don't really have the means. We can try. We could try, but I think doesn't it need double white or red? No, yeah, it needs double white or double red. So we'd have to splash. It's impossible to splash with our mana base because we'd have to splash white, and yeah, I mean it's not impossible, but it's very difficult. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing. As nice of a card as it is, yeah, the Wrangler's not bad, but again, I know these make treasure, but most of the time we're hoping not to use them that way. So, you know, that's the only way it would work out for us to splash those things, and I just don't think it's worth it. Now, we do have the assistants who can get them back, but you got to remember, the assistant doesn't really draw you a card. It just puts one on top. Yeah, we're not running the breakthrough. You're right about that. Let's make sure I don't leave something else not that good for our deck in here. I think everything else works. I think we're going to be casting these for like 6 often enough that this is going to be pretty sweet, but we'll see. We will see. We don't have quite as much removal as would be ideal, but, you know, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, so we've got 2 elemental summonings, a Start from Scratch, Containment Breach, Mercurial Transformation. That's all good. And yeah, I think we run Biblioplex. I think it's going to be a nice card in the later part of the game to help us, find these things and whatnot. I think Quandrix Campus is worth it just for the lesson, because it's not just for the lesson, it's for the scry as well. Like, those late game scries do definitely come up. Right, so this is kind of what we can expect from our opening hands, I think. This is fine. Yeah, the Expressionist has a very complicated effect. Basically, you can cast a spell, and when you do, you can target one of your creatures, and when it dies, you get a 4/4 elemental token. And that does include himself, incidentally. So I could consider, like, making a treasure here to play our Expressionist next turn. That's not a terrible thing to think about, I don't think. We might do it. We might wait and see what our opponent does. I mean, we will. Do I go for it here? I kind of think I do. Playing a turn 3 Expressionist is a pretty big deal. I think most of the time we're not going to end up doing that, but I think this is a time where we do it. Yeah, so play the Expressionist. So I can force that Karok to block with Academic Dispute. And then also Pop Quiz. Yeah, I don't hate that plan. So they could have a trick, I guess. Nah. I don't need it to gain reach. No, thank you. And yeah, we'll grab a summoning. So your dude has to block. So yeah, I think we just hold up Pop Quiz in case they have removal or whatever. We can use it in response and keep a 4/4 around. I could have double Academic Disputed, but yeah, I don't think that would have been worth it. Okay. So let's pop Quiz here. And I guess we're gonna grab another Elemental Summoning. Seems reasonable. So here, I can consider just giving up my Expressionist. Like, play Elemental Summoning, target the Expressionist. I could also just use Bury Books on the Professor and attack them, but that does mean they'll get this trigger again later. But it does give me a pretty good attack. It's probably worth it. I mean, if I Elemental Summoning, I end up with 2 4/4s. Yeah, Historian, leave up Bury Books isn't bad. You're probably right. I probably shouldn't give up my, my Expressionist if I don't have to. I kind of doubt they attack here, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, they're going for a ramp. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no attack. Probably should have expected as much. So yeah, we can get back our masterpiece now with our assistant, which I don't mind. Yeah, they kind of have us in a place where we can't really attack very effectively no matter what we do. I guess Burian Books could end up giving us a blowout. That's probably worth it. Yeah. I think we attack with our Expressionist here and plan on using Burian Books. Yeah. It would be nice to be able to double it, but we can't. Unless we target our own creature. Alright, so I'm just going to take it. I think I'm okay with that. So I think we just cast Elemental Summoning here. Yeah, once we get a 7th land, getting back the Masterpiece will make more sense. Could have used a Maelstrom Muse or a Spectacle Mage in this hand, that's for sure. Well, yeah, kind of felt like that's what was about to happen there. It would be interesting if they attacked with both here. Alright, so we're just going to take 4. Don't Mage Duel here. That'd be messed up. Why does everybody have like 5 Mage Duels? What's that about? Alright, so we've got all the expensive spells we could ever want. We can combine Biblioplex Assistant and Creative Outburst here, which is cool, I guess. But maybe we just Elemental Summoning again. We could also just pass the turn, leave up mana to do double Burian Books, but that seems a little sketchy. Yeah, I mean, I think making a 4/4 makes the most sense here. We kind of just hope we draw that 7th land we need. That's how things be going. My opponent always has the removal and or the counter magic, it seems. Is it worth a chump block here? Probably not. I guess at least they used Decisive Denial on not Creative Outburst. There's that. So the question here, is it going to be better to just double Bury in Books? Because Creative Outburst, I mean, I think that is our best plan here. Unfortunately. I could also play Biblioplex Assistant. And leave up one Bury in Books. That's not bad. Yeah, leave up the Bury in Books. Get back in Masterpiece. Don't tell me they have more counter magic. Yeah, so we put Masterpiece on top. And we hold up the Bury in Books here. Yeah. I think not doubling Bury in Books ends up working here because we'll get 2 4/4s who can then... Oh, God. Now they have 1 million cards. Roughly. Roughly 1 million. Alright, so let's Bury in Books the Symmetrist. And then I think we double block the Professor of Zoomancy and take the 4. I think that's our best choice here. Let's hope they don't have any way to interact. Okay. If they have counter magic in their hand, we're dead. Let's hope they don't. If they don't have it, we may find a way to stabilize. But if what they have in their hand is Test of Talents or whatever, we're dead. And of course it is, right? Oh, okay. We've got a shot here. This is a game where Teach by Example's been pretty awkward, but we may get to double do it, or Creative Outburst at some point. Okay. Everybody always has Mage Duels, how it feels lately. Yeah. How many times has Mage Duel beaten us today as a top deck? It's been a lot of them. It has been a lot. Yeah, it's I've been playing a lot less, so, you know, maybe it'll take us longer to get out of the slump since I'm only streaming once a week right now, but I just can't believe how often it seems like those things are happening. I mean, we were in a dangerous situation no matter what. But yeah, it felt like we're gonna stabilize, but we didn't quite get there. All right, this is a good hand. 2-drop, 3-drop. You know, Igneous Inspiration's great. Use Biblioplex Assistant to get it back. One thing that was really lacking in that last hand was like one Spectacle Mage probably gets us there because all of those spells would have been 1 mana cheaper. And yeah. Of course, it would have been Mage Dueled probably. Probably would have been Mage Dueled, so. Oh my god. Okay, well they're probably going to take our Inspiration, which we can get back with our Assistant, so it's not the most disastrous thing ever. Yeah, I think what they did makes sense. That'd be funny if they humiliate us right here. And by funny, I mean terrible. I like humiliate. It's obviously better if you can put a counter on something, but you know. Not a bad draw off the top right there. I think we just go for it with the Expressionist. And I'd probably just swing with both of these here. Guess I should have just attacked first, but I'm okay with the trade either way there, and I don't think they're taking it, so it doesn't really matter. They'll probably Mind Rot us now to take out our last two cards. The only good news is if they did that, we would swing at them again pretty hard here. That would be cool. So... okay. So, I think we just take the 4 here. So, I think we attack with the Expressionist. I think we just attack with all 3, actually. Well, definitely attack with both of them. And we hold up Heated Debate here. So, if they try to block our Historian... what's going to be really busted is we can then Heated Debate the 4-2, target our Historian with the Expressionist ability, and get a 4-4. Yeah, I'm going to with the Adept too, why not? Yeah. So if they just block like that, I think we probably just let it happen and drop them to 9. Then the question is whether I want to use Heated Debate or Igneous Inspiration. Well, the Debate is the only one I can use on their turn, but I could use it. I could hold on to it. Like if they play, and then if they play a removal spell, get some value out of it. But I think we probably just Heated Debate the Pledge Mage here. Oh, that was stupid. I should have Inspirationed. It's like I'm trying to lose. If I'm doing it on my turn, I should have used the Inspiration, for sure. We might still be okay here, but... nice. Now we can't kill that with our Igneous Inspiration, so that's cool. We do have our Biblioplex Assistant, at least. But yeah, that's... that is... you know, getting a... kind of getting our comeuppance, you know? 4, 6, 7. So I can leave up Academic Dispute here to get the Expressionist trigger, potentially. But I think we just go ahead and attack with these two. Leave back the Adept now. Okay, so do we just Academic Dispute here to get a 4-4? We probably do. So... so without a 5th land, I feel like it's pretty questionable for us to grab the summoning, but maybe not. Yeah, we'll grab the summoning. So we can't do anything else this turn. I mean, we'll be able to rummage or loot, and I guess it is what we'll do. We could also inspiration, but I don't think it's worth it here. So if I had only Igneous Inspiration like I intended to do and then did the wrong thing on that other turn, this would just be dead, you know? That would be cool. Wouldn't it? So they have enough mana now to put a counter on it if they want to. So it's about to get out of range of academic, some things. So let's go ahead and loot here. So there's a 5th land. Do I want it badly enough here to discard a real card? I kind of don't think so. Well, that'll come in handy soon. Okay, so I think we just play Biblioplex Assistant here. And grab our Heated Debate. It's not going to be able to kill this right away, but it'll be able to soon enough. And then, yeah, I don't think we attack. I think we just pass the turn here. I think they make their Dueling Coach a 5/5. Worth remembering we can hit them with this, so that might come up. There's a decent chance. Okay. Alright. Interesting. They know I'm drawing Heated Debate. That seems like kind of a fascinating decision, I think. I guess they want to make their coach even bigger, but they don't know we have Bury-in Books, so I guess that's the plan. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and Heated Debate the squad. Guess I'll do it to the assistant in case they try to kill it here, and that way I get something out of it. So that gets to be a 7/7. So I attack with this. If I attack with everything, I guess we can kill them with Igneous Inspiration next turn, theoretically. Do we feel like we have what we need? We know they can't cast Expel right now. That's also a 7/7, though, so I think we go a little cautious here. Just drop them to 7. I mean, I know I can't cast Bury-in Books yet, but I'll be able to sooner or later. It is funny we discarded that island, but we didn't really want to discard any of our real cards. I'm not sure if our opponent has disconnected or decided to quit, but... Oh, there they are. Oh my god. Is this real? So, oh, they didn't pick the flying effect. That seems like good news. So, I think we have them here. They're at 6. We've got an Igneous Inspiration. Yeah, Rise of Extus would have been bad news, that's for sure. Can they give it flying? No. Okay. A land would be great here. Aha! We did it. Yeah, so we just go Burying Books. See you later, Dueling Coach. And get in for 6 here. Alright, that's more like it. That is more like it. Okay, I think this is pretty good. You know, another hand where Teach by Example might be a little awkward, but maybe we'll draw something to double, like a Heated Debate or whatever. Spectacle Mage. You know, I kind of wish we weren't going second. I kind of hope we draw a 2-drop. But we can also just hope that our opponent has a slow start. And if they do, I think we're in kind of okay shape here. So. Thank you for the follow, Metaslav. I mean, I guess we have a 3-drop. It's not that disastrous in terms of a slow start. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we make treasure here. Well, their deck looks very similar to ours, doesn't it? Let's hope. I mean, the fact that they went first is not good, because they may just kill my mage here and attack for 4. Like, there's a very... I mean, they're going to attack for 4 either way, and I think we just take it, but, yeah. That's a good little draw to have here. So I'm not planning on blocking with my Spectacle Mage. It probably means I may as well attack with it. It's a good blocker on the Historian. So I could discard one of these this turn so that I can cast the other one next turn. So that's definitely worth keeping in mind here. I feel like Elemental Masterpiece is looking a little better right this second. But I guess we'll see. I guess killing that Spectacle Mage is pretty tempting. I could give this reach, but it's a 1/3, so nobody cares. You know, I would block the damage, but that's it. Probably not worth it. So if they leave a bunch of mana up, I don't think we can really go with like our all-in treasure plan here. I think that's a bad idea. I think we just hang back and wait till we get to 6 mana, which we're not that far away from. So... yeah, maybe getting a lesson would have been worth it. You're probably right. It would have given us something to do with our mana this turn, and that's not currently something we have. We could use Academic Dispute here just so we could get a spell we can play this turn. It's not the worst plan ever. But, yeah. It's probably a little better. Yeah, maybe doing it just so we could play a 4/4 this turn would have been worth it, huh? Start from scratch. Yeah, you're making some good points here. The Historian's not a huge problem right now, so I don't think I would have done that. I think Academic Dispute, get the Elemental Summoning was probably the right move. But yeah. As is... They're probably going to play the, like, draw 4 card here, is my guess. We're going to end the turn here. No, they didn't do anything. I'm a little surprised by that, and a little concerned that they have a bunch of counter magic. Okay, well that's not counter magic. It's not too alarming. I could double Academic Dispute, but that doesn't really seem worth it either. I think we'll do it now. I actually can't Creative Outburst right now because I need double red. How about that? So we're going to give it Reach. Yeah. Elemental will be plan B here, probably. It would have been cool if I actually killed the creature, but... Okay. Do I feel confident enough with the amount of mana they have up that I can resolve one of our big spells? I can actually try to go double Elemental here. That's not too shabby. So, let's attack them here. And then we're going to try to make 2 Elemental tokens, I think. This one is an instant, but we don't have double red, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So. Yeah, Enthusiastic Study would be brutal. I guess we could hold on to Bury-in Books for that eventuality. And we can actually double Bury-in Books. Maybe I just like that plan the best. 2 Elementals is cool and all, but I think if I double Bury-in Books them, like if they attack with 2 things this turn, it's going to be pretty hard for them to come back. So, just into our turn 2. Well, they just got to 7 mana, which is kind of the sweet spot. Although, I guess they kind of were already there, huh? So if they only attack with 1 thing, I probably don't double Bury-in Books. I probably just Bury-in Books. Aha! Okay. So here we're gonna try. So we're gonna go Teach by Example. I guess I can declare blocks first. I probably should have. That would have been way better. It's like I'm trying to lose, as I say. Yeah, and then we're going to double Bury-in Books here. Well, we're going to get the copy. Yeah, so... get rid of both of those. Now the question is, do I try to block this thing? I mean, it does make them use up their trick. So I think we do, if they have a trick. Wow. Well, that was a blowout, wasn't it? That all worked out really well. So maybe they're just flooding out, huh? So we're gonna loot here. And kind of considering discarding Creative Outburst. Just because we don't have the mana for it. Yeah, we have enough other stuff to do that I think I'm cool with that. Plus, I can just get it back now if I want. So, okay, so maybe they have Burying Books. Who knows? So, I think we're trying to play... We're going to try to play Elemental Masterpiece here. See if they have that counter magic. I don't think they do. I think they would have used it if they had it, so... Like, they would have used it on one of those spells we cast to wipe their whole board. So they've sort of been waiting on Burying Books this whole time and never really... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not so good, is it? Well, the good news is we can just play a bunch of creatures here. Like... And not really worry about that ability. So we know they drew Spectacle Mage. That's not the biggest concern ever. So the other red mana is nice. Yeah, okay, we got there. Yeah, that Wandering Archaic can be nasty, but they played it a little bit too late. Especially in a hand where we just had like a 4/4 that we could play anyway. Alright, this seems fine. Yeah, we got a couple early plays. I mean, we don't have any of our, like, really powerful cards yet. But, couple, like, turn 2 Adept, turn 3 Mentor's Guidance. Not too shabby. And it looks like that's going to be the play. It looks like we'll have time. What type are you? Are you a Shaman? I guess you work 2, and maybe you'll actually do some damage if they don't do anything again. Yeah, we'll play the Historian. Well, there's one reason that playing the Adept would have been better. It wouldn't have died. Alright, so... yeah, play our Adept. Well, how about that? That's fun. I'm glad our opponent got a hand to play a turn 4 Shadrix like that, huh? We do have at least one way to slow them down and a few ways to even kill him, but we have to find them and we have to get the mana for them. So let's cast Mentor's Guidance here. That's, I don't think, what we need. Interesting. The card's great, but like in this situation, I mean, I guess it'll be okay. We can use it plus Academic Dispute to maybe kill Shadrix. Yeah, okay. We'll draw that one. Yeah. We could use Academic Dispute here to kill the Inkling, but that's not worth it. Oh my god. Now it's Shadrix and Radiant Scroll Wielder that we need to worry about. That's good. So they're going to get... On the next upkeep, Shock is going to happen. So I can give my creature Reach, which is kind of funny. It'd be really funny if we managed to... So I could Academic Dispute here just to kill the 2/1. I don't hate that plan. Yeah. We could blow up the Letter of Acceptance. I guess probably Elemental Summoning is just going to be better. So here's one of our cards that can actually kill Shadrix as long as they don't start putting counters on Shadrix. So, yeah. Of course, we don't have double blue this time. So it might not matter. We don't really want to get the Assistant because they're going to get Shock for free this turn. So... Probably makes more sense to just Elemental Summoning. I mean, there's not any way for me to set up Shadrix plus the Mercurial thing, because the Mercurial thing is a sorcery. Like, they're not gonna... Shadrix isn't gonna be able to block, so... He's always gonna be tapped, I would think, anyway. Oh, good. Yeah, now we can't even kill him. We have to find Bury in Books, I guess, is the one thing... The one thing we have. Oh, they have Shock. That was stupid. Yeah, we're dead. Hard to beat a turn 4 Shadrix. Mercurial is a sorcery, so there's not any way for me to, like, block with Academic Dispute and then use Mercurial. That would be cool, but, it wouldn't work. I guess maybe you meant earlier in the game. There might have been a turn where we could do that. How long did we have that dispute? Yeah, earlier in the game we might have been able to do that, and if we had... Mercurial is 1 in a blue. And if we had, I guess maybe we could have killed Shadrix. Yeah, that may have been what I missed earlier in the game. Because when we had our creature in play... oh, Mercurial into Inspiration would have worked too. Yeah, that was bad. Yep, we could have done that. We could have done that. It's like I've gotten worse at Magic over the course of this format. That would have done it. This is a pretty good hand if we're allowed to just, like, do what we want in terms of Maelstrom Muse and Elemental Masterpiece. So... We don't play anything till turn 4, which isn't great, but yeah, I think we could have killed that Shadrix. Oh, good. See, now we're kind of getting punished now for our... Because if we kill Shadrix in that game, we probably just win, I would think. But, yeah. So let's hope our Muse gets to survive. If the Muse does survive, next turn we can double Elemental Masterpiece, which is pretty sweet. That's kind of the goal, but I don't think it's going to. No. Maybe we'll get something sweet, though. Nope. Yeah, I mean, some of it is like, you know, when one is salty, you just play worse, too. There's like no way that you're not going to play worse. Just because you start to feel no matter what you do, you're going to lose. Like when your opponent plays a turn 4 Shadrix. But I definitely need to get out of my, salty mode. Because it's costing me. So I can double pop quiz. That doesn't seem terrible. I think we just passed the turn here. We probably double pop quiz. I mean, it basically draws us 4 cards, so can't be too upset about that. You know, I don't think playing Chaos Warp mainboard is that bad of an idea in Limited. In this format especially. Like, your opponent's going to get nothing often enough that it feels just fine. So I can kill that with our... whatchamacallit? Start from scratch. So yeah, we're going to pop quiz here. If I was going to double it, I should have cast Teach first. But... I wasn't really going to double it anyway. So, do we just want to kill that 3-1? Probably. We have to pay 5 to do it, but I think we're okay with that. Seems like a reasonable use of our turn. Well, now we can just play Pillar Drop Warden. Is that just going to be better? Nah. I think just killing this Aerialist outright seems pretty good. It's not like they're adding to the board much. You know, until they play their Wormhole Serpent. Alright, so we are at 7 mana now. So I could just play Spectacle Mage and leave up Burying Books. I don't hate that plan. But maybe just going 2/4/4s is better, huh? Yeah, probably. So, you know, they can make their Wormhole Serpent unblockable, but it does take a lot of mana to do it. Yeah. Next turn, I can play Pillar Drop and Spectacle Mage. Isn't too bad. You think they grab Start from Scratch here? No. They don't. They must have some way to kill. Oh my god. Double Igneous Inspiration is pretty spicy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. No doubt about that. Okay, so let's go Spectacle Mage. Pillar Drop Warden. Yeah, we could use ours. Double Burying Books at some point is going to be pretty good. I mean, I can double Burying Books now. We have enough mana. Might just be what we want to do, because if we get rid of the Wormhole Serpent and this 4/4, Oh yeah, now it's definitely what we do. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's remember to actually cast our Teach by Example first this time, right? Then we go Bury in Books. Target your Wormhole Serpent. So this will be pretty great. Permanently get rid of that, temporarily get rid of that, and they lose their Mage Duel, so... Overall, that's pretty great exchange. It would have been nice to not draw land there, but we do have a Scry land at least that we can start using. All that life they gained is going to be a big help for them here. I guess we'll hold on to this to bluff. 4, 5, I mean, we can already play everything in our deck, so might as well. I'm still not feeling great about this game right now. But yeah. That isn't great news. Okay, well they're trying to ramp into something scary. 3, 4, 5, probably the big worm, and if they do that, we're pretty much dead. So let's hope we find one of our big spells. Yeah, no, I don't think you're gonna do it for me. I mean, I know you're a creature, but that's not enough here. And I didn't stop on my upkeep quickly enough. That's emblematic of how I've been doing. Okay, so we do get to practical research here, and I think that's probably just what we do. Okay, so there's one of our big spells. I don't think we do. I think we discard 2 lands here. Yeah. I think we discard Island, Mountain. Play our Campus. Yeah. Play Mentor's Guidance. So we kind of matched their Harmonize, which makes me feel better. Oh yeah, we definitely want you. Don't want you, though. So yeah, if they play the Worm here, it's not going to be good. That concerns me significantly less, but it's definitely a nuisance. Is it a creative outburst target? Is it that much of a nuisance? Well, it's definitely an Igneous Inspiration target. I can actually Igneous Inspiration. Wait, did we already get start from scratch? We did, didn't we? Damn it. I wish I had another one right now. Okay, so let's play our Expressionist here. Then we're going to Igneous Inspiration the Drake. We're going to target our Spectacle Mage with this, in case something crazy happens. I guess we probably just want Elemental Summoning. Maybe we can scare them into not blocking. That'd be cool. Like, if they're worried we have the trample trick. No. It's a free attack, so. Got our big spell in our hand, ready to kill that worm if it comes down, which I think would be the target. Yeah, I mean, using Outburst on their turn is preferable mostly, but I'm not sure it is in this case. Okay. That's a pretty good draw. So we could just elemental summoning here and then leave up both Outburst and Debate. Now that that looks to be an option. Yeah, I can. That's true. I can attack with my Historian. I could also just do that with Elemental Summoning, though, which isn't nearly as sketchy, I don't think. So, I think we'll do Elemental Summoning. And then leave up our other things. Interesting, they could have just blocked the Historian with their 0-4. But, yeah. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we have enough mana to Outburst on their turn, or Heated Debate. So, yeah. Even if they have a kill spell, you know, I'm kind of hoping it's Mage Duel so we can, in response, kill something. Okay, well, it's not going to work out that way here. They kill our Flyer, which is kind of a problem. Oh, I'm stupid. I could have Outburst in response. It's like I've seriously, like I've said, it's like I've gotten worse, you know? I think some of it's the saltiness. Okay, well now we will get some value here. Oh my god. They made it so I can't cast Outburst anymore. I'm so dumb. I can still Heated Debate is the good news. And we will go ahead and Heated Debate the Cultivator. And it'll target itself, and we'll still get a 4-4, but I really screwed up all of that across the board. Good news is we do still have our Outburst, and we can use the Outburst to kill that Wormhole Serpent on our turn. So, could be a lot worse. We drew another Spectacle Mage. I'm a little worried. So we could play the Mage first and then Outburst, but since we get to look at a bunch of cards, I think having 3 mana left over after we Outburst is better than having none. So let's kill Wormhole Serpent here, or try to. Nice. Biblioplex Assistant. I mean, the Flyer's good, plus we have some powerful things to get back in our graveyard. Yeah, that's definitely the plan here. Can't play it this turn. We could grab another Spectacle Mage, but I think I like the Assistant a little more. We can still play the Spectacle Mage this turn, so it's not a complete disaster. In terms of using all our mana, that is. I think I'm going to put an hold on my upkeep because... Okay. Well, I'm glad they had to use it before they could kick it. Tell you that much. Alright, so we play Spectacle Mage here. So we have 5, 8, 9, 10 mana. Ooh. So if we do draw land, we can actually Biblioplex Assistant and Creative Outburst all in the same turn. Oh yeah. Well, no, I didn't really think that through, did I? Okay. So Ardent Dust Speaker could be a problem. But so they're gonna learn after they gain a life. I think if we play both assistants and put direct burn spells on top of our deck, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, we will be. They can gain life on the ground, although, you know, they may do something with the Dust Speaker, which would be really annoying. So let's put Igneous Inspiration, and then we'll put on top of that Creative Outburst. Or, yeah, Creative Outburst, yeah. Alright. We got there. Despite several suboptimal plays on my part, we got there. The reason I wanted to get Igneous Inspiration instead is because it can hit players. So that was the thought process there. Well, we're not 3-3 yet. We're 3-2. But I think I've gone 3-3 some like 10 times in a row. And, you know, that's probably about right. I mean, I think we've drafted... Most of our decks have been pretty good, but I've played poorly. and managed to get to 3-3 despite myself for the most part. So, you know, I've had a lot of 3-3s lately. A whole lot of 3-3s. Okay, this is a good hand. We got lots of early stuff. Yeah, I mean, we probably hold on to Iteration for a bit. You know, normally, I think sometimes you would do it on turn 2 for sure, but I think with the way our hand looks, we just play Historian, Spectacle Mage, and go from there, so. You know, you want to play Iteration before you do your land drop because you can get a land out of it. Yeah, okay. So, do I just want to trade my Historian here? That seems reasonable. This is probably an aggro deck, so good chance I just take it. I mean, it's definitely less likely I want to trade my Spectacle Mage, I guess, but, you know. So yeah, they're definitely an aggro deck. Okay, so... trying to decide if I just fire off Heated Debate on that Reflective Golem before things get silly. I probably do. Yeah. I think we're okay with a Historian trade. Yeah. I'm glad I can bury in books that, but yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Alright, so I think we probably use Iteration here. If I don't end up hitting blue mana with Iteration, I'm not going to be able to also use bury in books. And that's a little bit of a problem. I could just bury in books the Professor and attack again here. Yeah, maybe that's just better, huh? Probably is. Yeah. That is less than ideal. We're going to need to get some of our big Haymaker-type spells going here. Okay, so we just need one more land drop and we can Masterpiece. So I think I'm going to Mentor's Guidance here. Potentially lets us see more cards than Iteration does. I guess if I hit an island, though, off of Iteration, I can also Mentor's Guidance. Yeah, let's iterate. Damn. Okay, well, Academic Dispute isn't completely useless. I can actually cast it now if I want to. Yeah, so that's the one we probably put into exile. We'll put... I guess we'll put Pop Quiz into our hand. Put Soothsayer Adept into our library. And exile Academic Dispute. Okay, so... Then we go... Academic Dispute. Sure. Gain Reach. We really need to draw a 6th land. It's rough that we didn't there. So they're going to play Combat Professor again here, and he's going to make our lives miserable. What with the flyers and stuff. I don't even think Elemental Masterpiece really bails us out against the clock in the air right now. It really doesn't, but we'll try. So we take 6 this turn. That means we're dead in the air next turn. So probably what we're going to count on is trying to hit a removal spell with... Trying to outrace them and hitting a removal spell with Mentor's Guidance. Like Heated Debate or something. I mean, it would be sweet if we top-decked our 5 damage thing right about now. But yeah. It's looking to be another 3-3, I think. Which is better than a losing record. You know, we've sort of been treading water for a while in this format after starting really hot. Which in the end will result in a pretty good win percentage, I guess, but... There's probably only a few more weeks of drafting this format, because soon it'll be Forgotten Realms time. Oh. That is not good. What do they grab here? Yeah, it's not good. So they put that probably on the Shield Mage, because then I just basically can't kill it. Oh, or that. That lets them attack with everything, I suppose. Yeah. What a nightmare. Do I just double block this and take 6? I don't think so. I think we probably just have to single block and take 6. If we're going to have any chance here. I don't know what we can draw right now. The Shield Mage is a real problem because of Ward. We can block it for a turn, I guess. 4, 5, 6. We've only got 6 mana. And that is not a whole lot. Okay. So we're going to attack with one of these. And I guess if I attacked with everything, they would have had to block, but it wouldn't have been a good block. So I think we have to Mentor's Guidance and hope we hit a land, because if we hit a land, that'll allow us to Elemental Summoning and survive one more turn and have a bunch of damage on the board. We can also play the Expressionist. That might be a little better. But yeah, I think we play Guidance here. And hope we hit either a land or another flyer. I think we need to tap this, because, yeah. So, Mentor's Guidance. Okay, so that's a land. I think I can live with that for one draw. That is a flyer. Ew, that is a good draw here. If they don't have a way to punch through, that may be exactly what we need. So, they could very well have a way to punch through here, but we're hoping they don't. Alright, so we gotta block them both. I think that's how we do it. Alright, so they do have a way to punch through, unfortunately. Yeah. That should do us in. Not anything else we can do to get out of this. I mean, the only way I could is if they get a little sloppy with a block here and, like, throw Combat Professor in front of one of them. Yeah. That's the only way we got a chance. Okay, so, yeah, if we do draw another flyer off of Pop Quiz, we might be okay. We do have a narrow chance of accomplishing that, I suppose. I guess we probably also want to rummage with Pop Quiz. That'll increase our chances of finding a flyer. So, yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing here. Pop Quiz. Ooh, creature with reach. Creature with reach, man. That is pretty good. I guess we're gonna grab a lesson now. That was a good draw. Let's hope it works. So I have to block the Shield Mage here. Obviously. Okay. This will buy us one more turn. If they end up just taking this, we might get there. And they might just take it. I don't know. I don't know if they can, but they might. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they'll block. That does give us one more turn. Either way. Gotta hope they don't have another way of doing damage to us. So I could rummage with Inspiration to be a little more secure and drop them to 3 here. So, because there's a chance we draw Creature with Flying or something, but... I think we just play Elemental Masterpiece and cross our fingers here. Can they get us? We've drawn super well to even be in this game. So, if we end up actually winning it, that would be amazing. Because, like, yeah, we had to find... Yeah, that was definitely the kind of game where variance went my way, because I found exactly what I needed to survive, like, 4 turns in a row. So, you know, it does even out. It does even out. I had a few different cards that could have saved us, but still, like, the chances of drawing them that many turns in a row, not great. So, even with the scrying and all the stuff we were doing, you know, it wasn't that great of a chance. Kind of makes up for our, like, first game where variance went against us. I mean... Right, this is pretty good. Got an early drop. I mean, we can Creative Outburst early for mana if we really want to, and then put it on top with our Assistant, which isn't too shabby. But not really a reason to do that right now. But, you know, if we draw, like, our you know, the rare hybrid mana guy, we would do it, for example. Alright, so I think it's worth playing the Adept here over the tap land. I can't do anything next turn anyway, so I can just play the tap land then. I don't think I get a whole lot of value out of... Well, I probably do. Looting is probably a little better here than attacking for 1. Yeah, let's loot. Because what we need to do is find some of our cost reduction effects so we can fire off things like our Outburst. So... Yeah, or a way to kill that right away would be good. Wouldn't mind looting into that. Right, so we're going to discard one of these mountains. There's our Expressionist. I think we probably play the Expressionist. So, they've got some ramp going, which I don't love. So I think this is our first positive record in a long time. I've had so many 3-3s in a row lately. Which again, could be worse. I think we've consistently been 3-3 partly because my decks have... The draft decks have been reasonably good and I've played poorly, which kind of will give you that 50% win rate. That's exactly what I was hoping would come down over there. Like, man. Alright, so... I think we attack here with our Expressionists. I'm sure they just take it. I mean, there's like no way they don't, right? Right. So the question here... Yeah, so... Them playing this early is a nightmare because... Now I need I'm trying to play these big fancy spells, but if I try to, our opponent will get copies of them unless I pay 2 additional mana. So I need to draw like Heated Debate or something like it, or we're kind of out of luck here. Because Heated Debate will kill it, and I'll have the mana to pay the Heated Debate off. So interesting. Good chance they have a trick or something. I'm at 20. I think we just take it. Good chance they have that like +3/+1 trick, which would just blow us out. So, oh good. Oh god, I hate Wandering Archaic. Makes our lives so difficult. So the Kelpie Guide can actually untap the Archaic. It's worth noting. God. You know, we got to our 4th win off of really good luck, so it's probably fitting that now it's like this Archaic is just going to be so hard to beat. We have to give them copies of our spells. So I think I'm going to Expressive Iteration here. I mean, and then pay the cost so they don't get any spells. Target my Expressionist with the ability, and then just attack with it. And if they want a double block to kill it, I get a 4/4. So, yeah, I think we'll play our Expressionist here. It'll target itself. I will pay the 2 mana. And we gotta hope we find like Heated Debate or something like that. We have a way out if we find one of those. Ooh, Academic Dispute kind of gets it done. I mean, we don't really need another Elemental Masterpiece, so we'll put Dispute in our hand, Elemental Masterpiece back, and exile the island. Play the island. And then, yeah, I think we just attack with our Expressionist here, and if they want to double block to kill it, I get a 4/4. They do get to learn, but... I could use the Dispute. It would let them learn too, but it may be worth it. We'll see. Because I could just target the Dream Strix with Dispute. They'd get to learn twice. But, yeah, if they double blocked there, that might have been what I did. But obviously they didn't. So, we'll just get in for the 4. Yeah. End our turn. Wandering Archaic is tough. I mean, we beat one earlier, but it's only because our opponent played it when they were dead, basically, you know. And I don't think it was with this deck either, was it? It wasn't quite as spell-heavy of a deck. You're gonna, like, opt here? Brainstorm. Let's hope they don't have a way to shuffle their deck now. That's when Brainstorm gets really nasty. Yeah, unfortunately, no matter what I cast a Dispute on, they'll get to copy it, but all they'll really get out of it is learning. So it's not the kind of spell that copying it like is completely backbreaking. I mean, it's not good. Letting them learn is certainly not good. But it might just be the thing we need to do here. Okay, well that... So they use that to tap down Pillar Drop Warden, I guess. So I think I probably do want to use the Dispute here just to kill Dreamstrix. They'll get to learn twice, but it at least gets a creature out of the way. And I still get to learn too, so it's not a complete disaster. I could also just loot. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to learn twice and kill the 3-2 here. Let them learn twice. We'll learn once. It kind of breaks even in the end. Well, I can actually also chump block and just get a 4-4 out of the deal, which isn't bad. So I think I actually come out pretty okay here in the end. No matter what they do, they're not really going to get a card. I mean, they will in the terms of learning, I guess, but you know what I mean. Maybe I find a way to sneak damage in here? I don't know. It's possible. They can make my Soothsayer Adept block, which is what they'll do, but yeah. Or they'll just target my Pillar Drop Warden for fun, I guess. Doesn't really make a difference what they target. All that matters is that they get to learn. Well, that dies. They learn. They get something they can play right away, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I don't get to learn at all, because it dies. That sucks. Okay, never mind. I do get a 4-4 out of the deal, which I think is a pretty good upgrade. That gives us 2 4-4s to swing at them with this turn. They did a pretty good job learning over there. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? That gave me a little hope that I no longer have. So we've got 6 mana. What if they double block here? They probably do, but I think we just let that happen. They may just take it, actually. You know, them taking it does give us sort of a small chance of getting there. Let's play our Historian. Then I'm going to play the Assistant, and I'm going to take the odd decision of not putting anything on top. I'm just playing it for a body. Because I need to draw a land. I mean, I could use this to make sure I can do 5 to them. But yeah. Well, if I cast the Outburst, they're going to get the Outburst. That's why. If I let them get a free Outburst, I lose, more or less. So, yeah, I think we play the Flyer here. They need 2 more lands for Kelpie Guide to do its thing. Submit 0. So that's good. Wandering Archaic would let them copy the Outburst, then they'd kill our best creature and get a free card. So yeah. I could maybe see doing it this turn, because if we can get them down to 5, it doesn't matter if they can copy our Creative Outburst, right? They're dead. So, you know, that's kind of what we're trying to make happen here. We can't cast our Outburst in a way that doesn't make them lose the game, even if they get an Outburst, in other words. They don't have to pay any mana. Wandering Archaic doesn't make them pay mana. It makes me pay mana for them not to copy our spell. It seems like they should have to pay something, because that seems too good, but that's not how it works. Alright, so we did get our outburst here. That is interesting. We have outburst mana. Do I just attack here and hope we get in for at least 3 damage? I guess we could do that. I mean, if we don't, they have to give some stuff up. So, I guess it's what we do here. We could also outburst and then get it back, but it's going to take too long, I think. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people think they have to pay mana, and I've actually seen people decline with the Archaic instead of copying my spell for free because they think they have to pay something, but they don't. Alright, so I'm guessing our 4/4 is going to get double blocked. So, okay. So we're going to try to kill the Archaic here. I don't know that they're going to let us. I don't think they're going to let us. Oh my god. They let us do it. What just happened? Okay, well, now we suddenly have a chance. Alright, so we're going to Masterpiece now. Maybe they thought they had to pay mana too. I don't know. They didn't have to block like that by any means. I guess they felt like they did for some reason, but... They could have some counter magic here, I guess. Oh, they're just going to scry again. That's pretty sweet. They had so much life. Like, I mean, not so much life, per se, but enough that was weird. I mean, I think if they knew we had Elemental Masterpiece and Creative Outburst in our hand, they wouldn't have done it, but... Yeah, they're going to kill something here. I guess they may still have a path to victory, even though we got what we wanted there. And again, maybe they also figured Wandering Archaic couldn't be so good that it works the way it actually does. So they can tap something down here. They also have a bunch of mana, but we know 2 of the cards in their hand, so that's good. So let's go to combat. They're gonna tap. No, they're not gonna tap anything. We're just gonna attack with both of those. See what happens. What? Surely they're killing one of these, right? Okay, they are, but if they're taking the other one, we'll win. So, we'll let this happen. Kind of doubt they take the other one, but it could happen. Okay. Well, we got there somehow in this game that looked kind of unwinnable for a while. They could have Test of Talents with the mana they have, but... yeah, I guess so. I don't know what went on there, but I like that we managed to get there despite Wandering Archaic, and that we just were really patient. Because that's definitely what allowed us to, like, actually get there. Right, our first winning record in a while after a lot of 3-3s lately. Feels pretty good. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good hand overall. Yeah, I was so frustrated when they played that Archaic because, you know, all we had in our hand were 2 big spells, but we managed to wait things out long enough that we got to cast them both, and they basically are what won us the game. Nice. Drawing a 2-drop when you don't have one on turn 2 is always something that feels really good in limited Magic, you know. And we're going to curve out 2, 3, 4 here pretty effectively. So I guess we'll attack with our Spectacle Mage, or a Soothsayer here, rather, because we're not going to have the mana to loot. We haven't gotten to use this at all, which I think happens often enough, unfortunately. But yeah. Okay, so I think we just attack with both here, and then play Expressionist. I think our opponent's in trouble, because they stumbled on mana and on adding to the board, and we just curved out. We don't have any removal to, like, really punish them here, but we're still in pretty darn good shape. Okay, so I could double Expressive Iteration, but I think we probably hold off on that for now. But we will Expressive Iteration here. So in case they have a kill spell, I don't really want them to kill my They'll kill it anyway, yeah. So we'll just put it on the Expressionist. Land is pretty good, but... oh, we haven't played one yet, so we can just exile. So we put Practical Research into our hand. We put an island into our library. We exile an island. Yeah. Okay. So we can actually loot this time. But I think we just put the foot on the gas pedal since our opponent is struggling. 1 damage could end up mattering. Okay. Doesn't worry us too much. The creature's tapped, so we can't quite do lethal this turn, but we can get pretty close. Okay, well. Alright then. Can't do anything about that. Still in pretty good shape regardless. Got 6 mana here, so I think we attack. Play our Illustrious Historian. I mean, we could leave up Practical Research, but their life's low enough that we just want to put the foot on the gas pedal here. Okay. So putting the foot on the gas pedal has been good because now they're going to go to 1. They have surprisingly managed to sort of effectively, you know, survive, but I think casting our Masterpiece here makes it pretty unwinnable for them. All right. So can we... get to a 7-win draft? That would be awesome. It's been a while. Been a while since 6, so... Yeah, I guess if I'd made a 4-4 that turn, they would have just been dead a turn earlier, so that's probably right. This is a good hand. I mean, we'd like more mana, but we have Looting if there's an emergency, and also Elemental Masterpiece if there's an emergency. Plus, we have a couple of 2-drops, so it's not a disaster if we miss a land drop. Missing a second one might be bad, but yeah. So, I think we're going to play the Looter first, just in case that's what we need to do to find our next land. If we find a third land, we're going to be in pretty darn good shape. That is not a third land. So, but do I just want to play the Historian here? I don't know. If we hit a third land, we're like in business. So I almost feel like just leaving up Looting here makes more sense. Because a third land lets us play all these powerful cards. Playing the Historian does pressure them a little more, but not significantly. So I think we just pass our turn here. And plan on looting. That's gross. They're going to get to, you know, we missed a land drop, and they're going to get to another one right here. So they're going to be up to 4 while we're still on 2. That doesn't feel good. Whew. Okay. The thing about the Historian is I can play it and it can trade with the Servant. Kind of feel like we discard Masterpiece. We're so far away from it at this point. There we go. So... the options. I think we probably want to add to the board here. So we will. Yeah, so we're just going to take 3 here. Okay, so I think we probably heated debate that Groff. Attack for 3 here. I'm not really planning on blocking, so... that's no fun. So we could play like 2-drop, 3 mana thing, but I think we just want to play Maelstrom Muse here. At least it didn't get countered, I guess, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not blocking, so I will attack. So Fractal Summoning for a 4/4. That's pretty imposing. It's nice that we drew our own 4/4 though. It might just be better here though to play Historian and then Mentor's Guidance. I think we just play the Muse again. Hope it lives this time. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil is a very real possibility. When they leave up 1 green like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Snakeskin Veil would blow us out here. We're just going to block the 4/4 and take the 3. Bye-bye, Maelstrom Muse. Man, Mage Duel has been the bane of our existence today in both the drafts, like, just wrecking us left and right. Okay, so we can play Expressionist and Illustrious Historian here, and I think that's probably what we do. Don't divide by 0 again, please. Oh my god. They're countering it or dividing it by 0. Saw them hover over it, so... well, maybe they were just reading it, I guess. So, I probably just block the Servant with my Historian here and take the 4. Man, okay. I can live with that. Alright, so yeah, we're going to try to block the Servant here and get that Snakeskin Veil out of their hand. Or trade with the Servant, which we're also okay with. Arcane Subtraction. Let's hope they don't also have a Snakeskin Veil. If they do... we might be dead anyway. Okay. Unfortunately, these are both sorceries, so I can't use them in response to Intro to Annihilation. However, I can Igneous Inspiration. Nope, don't have the mana. I was going to say I can Igneous Inspiration and grab Elemental Summoning, but we can't play Elemental Summoning. Yeah, I think that just means we're dead. I guess maybe Mentor's Guidance has a better chance of bailing us out. Yeah, it does. Let's Mentor's Guidance here and see what we can do. I do have to tap blue mana for it. Yeah, so Mentor's Guidance. So, does another creature keep us alive? No. So I don't think that's what we want. Because they're going to kill one of our creatures. Ah. Yeah, I don't have time for you. So Academic Dispute gives us a way to get a 4/4 no matter what. So I think what we do here is Igneous Inspiration, the Pledge Mage. Hope that works. And then end our turn. Yeah. If they have Snakeskin Veil, we lose. Which would be really unfortunate, because we set up some pretty sweet stuff, but yeah, they have the Veil. Pretty sure that means we lose. So, this does have multiple instances of this, so here's what I'm gonna do. Oh no, I can't, because of Hexproof. I should have done it in response. If I'd done it in response, they would have had to block, and I would have gotten like 4/4s. Maybe they'll block. That'd be cool. Yeah, we actually had there were a couple times where I did not play well at all with our Expressionist, and that was one of them. I could have cast that Dispute in response, forced that thing to block, and then made like 4/4s. Which would have kept us alive. What are you going to do? That card's complicated, and I definitely screwed it up no fewer than 3 times today. So, so you know. But at least we got a 6-3 in there, which is the first winning record we've had in a while after like a lot of 3-3s.